1.
Hi everyone, I'm Sherry Thacker, registered dietitian. I'm so glad you've joined me today. I'm going to be making a white bean chili. And what's so special about this recipe is that it's 100% plant-based. The nutritional value is through the roof, but best of all, it tastes amazing. So let's get started. We're going to be chopping a whole onion and about 4 cloves of garlic to saute. But we're not going to be using oil. I'm just going to put some of our vegetable broth that we use as our soup base in here to saute our onions and garlic. So I'll just turn that up a little bit. All right. Now I'm going to chop up some onion and then mince our garlic. Now, onions and garlic have some amazing compounds called allyl sulfides and bioflavonoids, which can actually help reduce cancer and our risk of heart disease. So you want to try to eat them as often as you can. And then I'm going to use my handy kitchen tool here, my garlic press, which I love. We'll do about 4 cloves for this recipe. And you just squeeze, and there it comes. All right, so we're going to add this in. I've got a little more onions here for the sake of time that we're going to add in. And while this is cooking, we're going to get the rest of our ingredients ready. I have a jalapeno pepper that we're going to chop up. Now when you're using jalapeno peppers, be very careful. You might want to use some gloves so that the oil doesn't burn your skin. Or just make sure you wash your hands well when you're done. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit of jalapeno pepper in here. If you want it hotter, you can put some of those seeds in. If not, you can take those seeds out. So we'll put some of these in our dish because we like it hot. And then I have some more jalapeno peppers here. We're also going to be adding today, and I'm going to put them in here, but I'll show you. We're going to be adding a whole yellow pepper, a whole red pepper, and a Hungarian hot pepper. These aren't too hot though. And what's really awesome about these peppers, not only are they going to add a ton of color and flavor to your recipe, but they are loaded with vitamin A, vitamin C, and many other cancer-fighting phytochemicals. So you definitely want those colorful peppers in your recipe. Okay, so now, once we have all of our peppers in here, we're going to stir this up a little bit. So it's starting to smell wonderful. But we're actually going to kick it up a notch now. We're going to add our spices in. I have a tablespoon of cumin. I'm going to put in there. 1½ teaspoons of ground coriander, about 2 teaspoons of chili powder, and just a pinch of sea salt. Now this is really smelling good. And once that cooks up a little bit, then you can go ahead and add your vegetable broth in. We're going to add about 8 cups of vegetable broth. And you can use low sodium broth. You can make your own. It's very easy to make your own broth. Let's stir that up. Now I'm going to use one of my absolute favorite kitchen tools, my mini juicer here, because we're going to add some fresh lime. Now anytime you add fresh lime or lemon to a recipe, it's absolutely amazing. So I love this tool for doing that. For this recipe, you want to actually use the juice of about 2 limes. So we will put that in there and stir it up. Now the cumin that I put in here, there's so many nutritional benefits of the cumin. One of them is it actually aids in digestion. And we're going to add our beans. I have about 5 cups of white beans. The beans are going to be loaded with protein, fiber, our B vitamins, iron. They're going to be the meat of our meatless dish here. And you can mash up some of those beans if you want a thicker broth, but you don't have to. I have about 2.5 cups of corn. And then the very last vegetable that we're going to add to our dish is kale. Kale is probably one of the healthiest vegetables out there. And it looks like a lot of kale, but it cooks down pretty quickly. So we're just going to push it down there. Kale is loaded with vitamin K, a ton of minerals, vitamin A, vitamin C. Oh, this is looking delicious. So what you'd want to do is simmer this for about 20 minutes. But I want to show you how gorgeous this is. So we're going to take a dish here and scoop some out. And what you want to do is serve this with some baked tortilla chips and fresh cilantro on the top. And I like some chopped onion, green onion on mine. And you can, if you want to add a dairy-free sour cream, that would be great. But I promise you this is going to be one of your absolute favorite nutrition-packed dishes. So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in Washington.